Greenskins versus Chaos. I think this matchup is very even, but let me know your thoughts. I'd say this is a 50-50 matchup for sure. Now, going into the Chaos Army first, starting with our red player, we've got a front line of infantry that's going to be Chaos Warriors with Marauders, and it looks like we have about 3 of each. And then we're going to be seeing a 4th Chaos Warrior, being the Regiment of Renown Mirror Guard. Orgald, thank you so much for the subscription, man. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Slightly greenskin favor to you. Nameless Order. As a greenskin main, I would agree that for me, this isn't a faction matchup that I feel too worried about compared to other ones. But I think there's a lot of really good Chaos players here who can really flex the muscles that the Chaos Toolkit has. But speaking of Toolkit, before I get too carried away, 3 Chaos Trolls with armor. It's an interesting pick, and I'm curious to see how it does here. We're going to be looking at the Mirror Guard Chaos Warriors, as I already mentioned, with all the other infantry. We have some Chaos Chariots on the field. Actually, just 1 Chaos Chariot and then 1 Gore Beast Chariot to trample the Greenskin Heavy Infantry. We got Sarthuro the Everwatcher, a nice unit, very high missile resistance. I believe at 50% missile resistance, guys. So 1 out of every 2 shots is not going to affect him more than likely. He's got magic resistance as well, and he has the sickest charge animation in the game, which will allow him to spam his terror ability very well, Searing Doom to punish blobs, and Final Transmutation to punish any blobs of enemy heroes. Going to have some Marauder Horsemen as well, and it looks like 1 on either flank, and that's going to make up this Chaos Force. Going to our greenskins, we got Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers. That's a mouthful. Mogram's Mangy Marauders, accompanying them with their armor piercing as their Regiment of Renown trait. Going to have 3 Black Orcs in the front line. Going to have Savage Orc Boar Boys on the left flank. 2 Trolls holding down the center. Orc Error Boys, as well as the Rusty Errors. So that's going to be the missile contingent. And then we have the 8-Peak Loonies here. Unbreakable Night Goblins to hold down the center of the greenskin formation usually, so we'll see where they get deployed. Looks like they're on the left flank. Now, am I missing anything? Oh yeah, there was actually 2 Orc Air Boys. The Warlord's Boys are also going to be on the field. You don't see this unit as much, but they do have Armor Sundering to debuff the armor, so against Chaos it does make sense to bring them there. Gonna have some Goblins in the back line, a unit of Nasty Skulkers holding down the center, and for the leader, we've got Wuzag, the Great Green Prophet. And he's gonna have Here We Go and Brainburster with Effigy to get. Now, Here We Go and Brainburster, I like those spell picks in this matchup. Brainburster can do well against quite a few things in Chaos roster. Marauders will definitely just be able to blow up lots of their chaff if they get bundled up anywhere. And I think it may do some good damage against Marauder Horsemen as well. But Here We Go is going to make these Black Orcs absolutely shine when they get in combat with this juicy Chaos Infantry, none of which, I might add, have good armor piercing stats. Now, Chaos Warriors are no chumps. They're great. Same with the Mirror Guard. But Black Orcs, I do believe, will completely outclass them. But the Chaos Forces do have 4 Chaos Warriors to their 3 Black Orcs, and a lot of Marauders on top of that. But I think with the Trolls and the Black Orcs, the Greenskins have what it takes to win this infantry fight. For the mobility contingents, the 2 Horsemen should be trading pretty evenly, I think, with the Forest Goblin Riders and the Mogram Ranger Marauders, as long as they're microed well. In a sustained fire engagement, the Greenskin skirmishing force will win. There goes the first Brainburster on top of, Brainburster on top of the Chaos Warriors. Doing probably about an 1/8 damage to that unit. Every little bit counts, remember? These Chaos Trolls should be okay, but my main concern is he brought Armored Chaos Trolls, and that's going to do really well against like Savage Orc Biggins and stuff like that, but against Black Orcs, their armor is almost going to be a liability. Maybe not a liability is the way to put it, but it's not going to really make a difference, and you're going to be spending more on it, but the Black Orcs will do just as well against those guys. Over here, Wah has been popped in. Oh, the Chaos Marauders getting a devastating charge from the Black Orcs. And, man, Black Orcs with the Wah are just obliterating the Chaos front line right now. But here comes the rest of the Chaos forces. Armored Trolls diving into combat. Chaos Warriors finally catching up to that front line too. Chariots being pulled in. The Gore Beast Chariots getting in line. And these Black Orcs are starting to take some damage now as the Chariots pull through their rear. And the Armored Trolls are engaging them from the front, but they do have some backup coming in. Chaos Chariot going to be getting into the Rusty Airs, doing some nice damage. But in the front line, it's just looking bleak. Here comes a Searing Doom on top of those good old Orc Air boys. Effigy to get has been popped on top of Sartorial, and I think that's a perfect effigy right before he was able to get on top of any of the Greenskin units. And you have Archer units nearby to punish him, but granted 50% armor missile resistance, as I'd mentioned earlier. But now he is getting engaged by those Savage Orc Biggins and the Goblins. Over here, it does look like the Greenskins just like have really crushed the frontline engagement. All their Black Orcs are at half health or above. I guess this one's actually a little bit below now, but this one's nearly full health, and this Black Orc by itself could possibly kill off the rest of the Chaos Infantry. Okay, not by itself. There's some healthy units over there, but we'll see what happens from here. Battle is still not over. Sartorial still above half health. We still have Trolls regrouping coming back with high model counts, 11 and 10, so they can get almost back to full health. Brainburster going down here on top of the Chaos Marauders. Not doing as much damage as I actually thought it would, now that I'm looking at it there. Black Orcs and Chaos Warriors just duking it out here. Great Axe versus Axe and Shield. And the Black Orcs are coming out on top. A nice dodge here from our Greenskin player. ViciousSatsuma pulling away from those engagements. But now it looks like Chaos getting some work down here. You know, these armored trolls taking out these regular trolls. They're routing towards friendly units, fortunately, for the Greenskins. And their other unit of 11 trolls is coming in to help out. And the missile power on the Greenskins is just going unchecked at this stage of the battle. You can see, you know, just taking a higher level view of the battle, that the Chaos Forces are successfully getting tied up by Black Orcs and the Trolls. And, you know, the Warlords boys are still very healthy. And here we go getting popped. And basically, since the Greenskin front line is doing so well at just blocking the Chaos advance, you're really getting to see you're getting a chance to see the Rusty Airs and the Orc Air boys, and then also, you know, the Mogrim's Magi Marauders and the Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers just really shine. They're doing so much damage to these Chaos Forces from afar, as they are safely just like, what's going to counter them? You know, there's no mobility left for the Chaos Forces. Marauder Horsemen have been taken care of. Searing Doom being used very nicely there to take out a lot of the Orc Air boys, though. But yeah, at this point, army loss is going to start kicking in, and going to be a GG to our Greenskin player. Final transmutation from our Sartorial going down there, but we're going to see a concession from Migsa there, as he recognizes, you know, Sartorial's unbreakable. He's the only unit that's in a hold here. Let's just call it a game. So, great game, and the Greenskins just really playing well there. Hey, Stepachess26, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that greatly. Now, looking at these armies, hey, King Thran, good to see us. Salsicha, good to see you. That is a good point there. Might as well take an Armor Lord to stop non-AP missile factions. Searing Doom deletes Goblin units, but it doesn't do much to Orc units. Yeah, I mean, it still did some decent damage there. You should have cast Searing Doom on the Goblin Archers and Skulkers. Yeah, that's a fair point, but I don't know. I'm sure at certain points in the battle they were hidden, since they both have the stock trait. But, yeah, I mean, still a good game to both players. I don't necessarily like the 3 armored trolls against Greenskins, because the only thing they'll be good at countering would be, like, I guess, Savage Orc Biggins or regular Biggins, because they'll have the armor, but you're probably going to run into Black Orcs against Greenskins, and that's just going to hurt. And also Warhounds, yeah, exactly, Romulan Dog. You need the mobility to chase off the Greenskin skirmishers. Otherwise, in the late game there, you know, not only the Black Orcs outperform, but whenever the Chaos units came back to regroup or try to engage the Greenskins, you just had withering fire coming in from all of those arrows. It was, yeah, that was a pretty convincing victory for the Greenskins, I have to say. The Black Orcs all getting great kills. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the ace round. Man, both matches we've cast today going into the ace round. So excited to see who comes out on top. Best of luck to both players as we approach the ace match.